Hey there, so I'm going to be making a quick video explaining how we're going to go back and multiply some of these fractions, okay? And we'll go through it step by step. So when I'm multiplying fractions, all I need to do is multiply across the top to get the numerator, and then multiply across the bottom to get the new denominator. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to go across the top first. 1 times 3 gives me 3. Then across the bottom, I have 2 times 5 gives me 10. 3/10 would be my answer, and it is in simplest form. All right, now I have 2/7 times 1/7. We're going to go across the top and multiply, then across the bottom. So 2 times 1 is 2, and 7 times 7 is 49. So 2 over 49 would be the answer. The next one, 5/6 times 1/3. I'm going to go across the top first. 5 times 1 is 5. 6 times 3 is 18. So 5/18 would be the answer. All right, next problem, we have 1/8 times 3/5. Let's go across the top first. 1 times 3 is 3. 8 times 5 is 40. So 3/40 would be the answer. So I'm literally going across the top first, multiplying, then across the bottom, multiplying. 4 times 2 gives me 8. 9 times 7 gives me 63. 8/63 would be my answer. For 5/7 times 5/8, I have 5 times 5 on the top gives me 25. 7 times 8 on the bottom gives me 56. So my answer is 25 over 56. Next problem, I have 2/3 times 2/11. So across the top first, 2 times 2 is 4. Across the bottom, 3 times 11 is 33. So the answer would be 4 over 33. Next problem, I have 1/2 times 1/3. So go across the top. 1 times 1 gives me 1. Across the bottom, 2 times 3 gives me 6. So 1/6 would be the answer. Next one, I have 3/4 times 1/4. So across the top, 3 times 1 gives me 3 as the numerator. 4 times 4 gives me 16 as the denominator. So 3/16 would be correct. Next one, we have 6/7 times 8/9. So I'm going to go across the top first. 6 times 8 is 48, and then 7 times 9 is 63. Well, I noticed that this is not in simplest terms, so I'm going to go ahead and ask myself, is there a factor larger than 1 that can go into both 48 and 63 evenly? Well, yes, 3 can go into both. So I'm going to divide by 3 on the top, and when I do the top, I have to do the bottom to keep it even. I'm going to divide by 3 on the bottom. So 48 divided by 3 gave me 16. 63 divided by 3 gives me 21. So in simplest form, the answer would be 16 over 21. All right, next problem. We're going to multiply across the top, then multiply across the bottom. 1 times 1 is 1, and 5 times 2 is 10. So 1/10 is the answer. Almost done. All right, we have 4/5 times 7/9. So across the top, I have 4 times 7 is 28. Across the bottom, I have 5 times 9 is 45. So I have an answer of 28 over 45. Next one, I'm going to go 1/8 times 1/3. Let's do the top first. 1 times 1 is 1. And then the bottom, 8 times 3 is 24. So 1 over 24 is correct. Next problem, we have 2/3 times 2/5. So across the top, I have 2 times 2, which gives me 4. And then 3 times 5 on the bottom gives me 15. So 4/15 would be the answer. All right, last one, I have 4/9 as one fraction times 5/9 as my other fraction. I'm going to go across the top first. So 4 times 5 gives me the 20. And then 9 times 9 gives me 81 on the bottom. So my new fraction is 20 over 81. So remember, when you're multiplying fractions, you simply multiply across the top to get your numerator, and then you multiply across the bottom to get your denominator. And you just need to make sure you write it in simplest terms. Thank you so much and have a great day. Bye-bye.